today we want to talk about our pump fake, which is like a shot fake. Some people call it that, some people call it a pump fake. You can call it whatever you'd like, other than here's what you're doing. You are faking like you're shooting. That's really what we're doing. And so today I'm going to show you how to do that. This goes right along with our base that we've created and been practicing. And it's another way to get to the basket and to fool your defender into thinking you're doing something and doing the opposite. So here's how it'll work. Right now, we want to be in a position and just work on our footwork and our form. So here's how it'll work. I'll spin the ball to myself, catch it in my triple threat and in my correct form of my footwork, being in the right spots, a little bit angled to the side, catch it like this. And all I'm gonna do is a quick twitch. Eyes at the basket. We always wanna have our eyes up. So eyes at the basket, it's a quick little twitch. Like you're gonna shoot, not weird like this, spazzy, but you wanna go up like you're gonna shoot and then attack either direction. Here's a couple things to work on. A lot of people make their shot fake super long. So they catch it and they go like this, or they even like go up on their toes and then they go to the side. Here's the problem with that. When you are faking it up on your toes, what is your defender doing? A lot of defenders, they love to block shots, right? So they jump up with you. But if you're on your toes and they're on their toes or maybe higher, you're not in a position to go anywhere. You're stuck on your toes right now, and then you gotta go. So what we wanna do is stay on our toes but low, and we wanna twitch and then go. So it's a quick little fake. So spin, quick little fake, and then attack. And what we'll do is one dribble, jump stop. Okay, so here's how it'll work. Catch it, ready to go, fake, jump stop like that. One dribble to the side, jump stop. Other direction, I'm gonna step through. So catch, step through, one dribble, jump stop. Just like that. So that's what you're working on here. This is a shot fake, pump fake, whatever you wanna call it, but it allows you eyes up, fake, quick, then land with 2 feet. So let's practice that, and then we'll add it into our shooting. All right, let's add our shot fake into attacking to the basket and getting an actual shot up. Remember, where you fake, you want to do the opposite of your fake. So we talked about getting up in the air is not helpful. We actually want to stay down and get our defender up in the air so we can go around them and to the side of them, low to the side of them as they're up in the air, stuck up in the air. So here's how it's going to work. We have our 3 different positions that you can shoot and practice in. First one is a jump stop all the way in for a layup, or just a regular layup like that, that's fine. The second one is a jump stop floater. So actually landing with 2 feet, 2 or 3 feet away from the basket and floating it up. And our third shot is a pull-up. So anywhere outside of that 3 feet range is where you would actually just pull up for a regular shot. And that's what you can practice here. I'm not gonna show you all 3, but I'm gonna show you how it looks like in a pump fake all the way to the basket. Are we ready for it? Let's try it. Here we go. Spin the ball to yourself, twitch, and attack. Here it is. Spin, twitch, attack. Like that. So I quick twitch, get the person up in the air, and then attack right past them. I'm gonna go to my left this time. Notice my right foot stays on this side when I fake, and then I'm gonna step through. That protects the ball. I want the ball on my left side because I'm going left. Protect the ball. Ready? Here we go. So that is our pump fake. You can do all 3 levels. And what I would encourage you to do is see how many you can make. So maybe your goal is today to make 3 at each spot on the right side, 3 at each spot on the other side. And maybe the next day you can add to that. Do 5, 6, 7, and just improve the amount of makes you're taking. Just because you're shooting doesn't always mean you're getting better. What you want to really focus on is your makes. So shooting is important, but when you make it, you're memorizing the correct way to do things. So the more makes you create in your head, the more natural you get at making shots. It becomes a part of what you do. And so work on, let's make 3 today from this side, instead of let me just shoot 10. I think the idea of starting low with amount of makes and working up with amount of makes is more effective than just shooting a certain amount of shots. So let's try that today. Pump fake, attack, and let's hit those buckets. Here we go. All right, let's talk some more defense. Defense wins championships, like I said. It's a lot easier to practice your offense by yourself in the driveway, whether you even have a hoop, like I mentioned earlier, or not. a lot of these moves you can practice. You might just not end with shooting, but you're still attacking, you're still working on your dribble, you're still working on your fakes. But right now we're gonna talk about defense. Here's a couple things. One of the most important things I like to tell defenders is that they don't leave their feet. By leaving their feet, they are saying that I can't move anywhere while I'm in the air. So the more times you jump in the air on defense, the more times you are unable to move for at least a second or two, and that allows the offense to get past you. Now think about it for a second. If we're offense, like we've been talking about, we want to get our defender to jump in the air so we can get past them. So on the defensive side, we don't want to jump. We actually want to stay down and stay in front. That's what we talk about here. So our hand is up, but we stay down and we stay in front. So here's what I'm going to talk about today. This is a closeout. There are so many different ways to do a closeout, and partially it depends on who you're playing against. If you're playing against LeBron James, or actually he's not that great of a three-point shooter, I would say like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, those type of guys, Kyle Korver, those type, JJ Redick, you want to aggressively close them out. Sprint at them because they're elite shooters. But most of the people you're going to be playing against are not Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. I would actually say none of the players you're playing against are that good of shooters. So we're not going to sprint at them and run past them jumping in the air to block a shot or trying to contest their shot because they're not that good of shooters as Steph would be. So here's how it works. I'm going to use the ball as where the ball would be if there's an offensive player there. I am going to be in a help position and pretend in my mind like the ball is being passed to this person. Okay? So I'm going to run out to defend my offensive player that I'm defending. All right? I want you to notice what I do. Here we go. So I'm in help. Ball gets passed. I'm going to close out like this. Hey athletes, I want to give you some helpful dribbling drills that you can practice right now. I'm going to show you a ton. Just pause it if you need to and rewind or whatever you need to do to be able to figure these out and practice these when you're at home. I'm going to give you a ton that I used to do when I was younger that helped me improve my ball handling. Now, this is just one aspect of the game. So just because you do ball handling doesn't mean all of a sudden you're an amazing player, but it does give you more confidence because you can dribble the ball, you can get to the basket, you know where the ball is. Here are the keys to this. We want to do it at a high pace, so as you work harder, the better you will become. If you do it very slow, then when you get in a game and you need to do it fast, you won't be prepared. Now, start off at a pace that you can control it and you're working on it. Once you understand it, then you go harder. If you mess up, no problem, it's okay. You're by yourself, no one's around. There's no one out here watching me. It's okay if I mess up because I want to work hard and be able to be better when I am being watched and I am playing for a team that is entrusting me with the ball and for my teammates and my coaches. So work on that now. The second thing is eyes up. Don't look at the ball as much as possible. If you can confidently dribble the ball around without having to look at it, you become that much better of a basketball player so quickly. It makes the game easier for you. So practice, whether you're in first grade, third grade, sixth grade, practice not looking at the ball. All right, you ready for it? Let's try this. If you want to watch this video every day and just practice these skills, that's great, that works. And I'm gonna go through a quick workout here of different things that you could practice, all right? And if you can't do something, try it a little differently, do it a little differently and see what you can do and do your best at it. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna be facing you. So you're gonna just do whatever side I'm on. If the ball is on this side, you're gonna be doing that side as you're looking at me. If I switch to this side, you can switch to that side. Whatever is easiest and makes sense in your brain, go for it, all right? So I'm gonna start with my right hand is on this side. You can start with your left or your right, okay? All right, here's what we got. So I'm in a position like this, I'm on my toes. I wanna be in a triple threat position where I'm very much in a quick position to move, all right? And I'm gonna pound the ball. We're gonna do a lot of pound the balls here, okay? So first one, right hand, 10 dribbles, and right now I'm just gonna say 10. You can do 20, you can do 30 of these, however many you want. You could progress through this, but I'm just do 10 right now to show you as many as I can. So 10 pound dribbles with my right, eyes up, pound it hard, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now notice, I can keep the ball to my knee, so I could go down here like this. I could go to my hip, so a little bit higher. I can even go up higher like this. I don't know exactly as much why you need to do the highest one, because you won't really do that a ton, other than if you're going down the court, you might have it a little bit higher in your hand. But try the knee, try the hip. So you can even do 10 knee, and then you can do 10 hip like that. And then you're gonna switch 10 knee with your left hand, like that, and then 10 with your to your hip, like that, okay? So that's the first one. Next one is crossover. So you're just gonna do crossover, one in the middle. So just like this, back and forth, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hip, so a little bit higher, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, just like that. Now add a dribble in, then crossover. So dribble, crossover, dribble, crossover, dribble, crossover, dribble, crossover. Just like that, all right? Keep it going, push yourself. Try to get it going as hard as you can. And if you lose control for a little bit, that is okay. Now, side to side, here's how it's gonna look like. Pullbacks, actually. It's on your side, but it's pulling it back. So pull back, push forward. So go knee, pull back, push forward, then go hip, a little bit higher. Try to keep that control. You'll use this in a game to retreat dribble, and so it's very important to be able to have that skill to put your hand in front, to pull it back, and put your hand behind to pull it forward. Be able to get around the ball like that. Right hand, now go left hand, same thing. You can go to your knee, you can go to your hip. If you want to go higher. All right, good. Next one is behind the back. This one's tricky for a lot of you at the younger ages, so if you want to skip this one or just go back to the front, you can, but you actually want to sit down and go behind your back. So you're working on not looking at the ball, but knowing where it's going, because you have control of it. You control the ball. Don't let the ball control you. So know where that is. Imagine it in your brain and know where it is. Nice, good. That's an awesome one there, all right? Now, this time, we're gonna go side to side with just one hand. Here's how it looks. It's very similar to the one I showed you over here, but now you're in front. So you're gonna put the ball, your hand on the side of it, then you're gonna put it on the other side. So it's back and forth, like that. This is a great move to use in a game where you come down the court and you go like that. Oh man, I love that move. I love that move so much. But here's what you're practicing, just back and forth. You can go to your knee, you can go up to your hip, and then you're gonna switch, go left hand knee, and then left hand hip. So you're going back and forth, trying to keep your eyes up. You can move your body, get it into it, all right? Yes, there you go, good. All right, with only one ball, you're only getting part of that work in, right? And that's okay, one ball is fine. If you have two balls, I am a proponent of two balls. I think it's fine. I think it works in your coordination. I think it gets double done at the same time. Why waste time and only do one if you could do two? So add that second ball in there, pound with both, and then go up, pound with both. You can also do things where you switch it around if you have to. It gets really fun. Now the next one is what I call the spider dribble. This one's a little tricky, but I'll show you a couple different ways to do it. So the first part is you can do where you touch it once in front, right, left, left. So here's how it works. Right, left, and you're just bouncing it. So you can start it high, like this, and you're just working on that control to be able to control the ball around, and then you can go faster and try to go as fast as you can without even looking up at it. And see how fast you can go. The faster I go, the more I have to look. So I have to look down like that to be able to go faster. So that's the spider dribble. The next one with this, we're gonna go into some ball handling, not dribbling, is passing it between the legs. All right, so actually before I show you passing, let me do the dribbling between the legs. So we can do a lot of variations of this. We can go around, right foot around the right leg, like this, and get as many dribbles in as you can. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, like that. You can go the other direction, so switch it up. You can do it up higher if you want to, where it's only a couple of dribbles, because you have ultimate control of it, like that. And I noticed I was looking down, so my fault on that. So that's right hand around the right leg, left hand around the left leg. So you can get a lot of touches in like this. The lower you go, the harder it is to not look down. Okay, so the higher you go, you kind of know a little bit more where it is, and it's not as touches on the ball. All right, so right hand, right leg, left hand, left leg. Then you can do figure 8. I love this one. You can go short, you can go tall on this. So tall would be like this, almost one dribble each. And that's skill, but that's more if your hands can control it. And you have big hands, so it's more skill / physical ability. The other one is you keep it low and you go like this. So you keep it low and you're zigzagging it through. So it's figure 8, creating an 8 with your dribbling between the legs. You can go backwards, switch it up, and go that way as well. I love this one. It really works on a lot of ball control, and you can see how many or how fast you can go through these off of that. All right, that's the figure 8. Now let's go to a little bit of passing control, ball handling as we would call it. So this is getting used to having the ball in your hand. It's a little bit different than dribbling, but it's similar. It's just getting used to the feel of it, the size of it, the ability just to be comfortable with the ball. So here's how it works. One of the first ones I start off with is around the legs. So going like this, you can switch it, go the other direction. Try not to look up. Then you go left leg, same thing. And then you switch it, go the other way. And then you can do what we just did, which was figure 8. So you're passing it through like this. That one's fun. Go the opposite direction, go behind. And you can get a lot of these ball touches in. That's awesome. One thing, this is one of the fun ones I like, so we'll switch it up a little bit from intense. But is you have one hand in front, one hand behind. And you can start off dropping it and then switching your hands to the front and behind of the other side. And you switch it back. And you go like that. And then, once you get comfortable at dropping it once, you can actually not let it drop. So here's how it would look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. And you're trying to get that speed and that quickness of your hands and knowing where the ball is gonna be, all right? So that's another one you could try. Next one is a waist. So going around the waist. This is something you could do to loosen up before you practice all our other videos that we have. That works. That's a great way to do it. It's the ball handling at the beginning, or you can do it at the end too. So you're already tired, you're already sweaty like I am here, and you just add this in at the end to really finish strong, feel confident as you finish. So that's around the waist. You can also go around the head. That one's a little hard, a little weird, but the reason I do this one is because then you can go all the way up, all the way down. So you can go legs, waist, head, waist, legs. You can add it in like that. That's one of my favorite ones off of that. All right, so that's the ball handling aspect. There are more that you can do. There's a couple of fun little things that I try to do and work on, but that's some of the most important ones, and that would be a great workout for you to get started with. All right, so work on that dribbling, pound it hard, and eyes up. Let's get after it. Let's work on our ball handling, on our dribbling.